This is Required Watching, where we watch the essential films from the list of cinematic influencers and look at them through the lens of learning about filmmaking and how to move forward. I'm your host, Trey Epps, and today we're talking about a movie that I have meant to record a year ago. I had to go back and rewatch it and look at my script again, and honestly, it was better the second time. We are talking about Chennai Express. It's more than just a typical Bollywood film. It's a vibrant roller coaster ride that blends action, comedy, romance, drama, and it's all driven by Shah Rukh Khan. Uh, this is directed by Rohit Shetty, known for his knack for high energy, larger than life blockbusters. And Chennai Express is a film that doesn't take itself too seriously, but still delivers on a thoroughly entertaining experience. So, let's get into it. The film follows the story of Raul, a man in his 40s who embarks on a journey to fulfill his late grandfather's last wish. His plan is simple: to scatter his grandfather's ashes in the Rameswaram. However, what starts as a straightforward train ride quickly derails, literally and figuratively, when he crosses paths with Meena Ma, which is played by Deepika Padukone. I don't know how to say her name. I don't know why I'm doing this. She's a feisty and strong-willed woman with a dangerous secret. But what follows is a series of comedic misadventures, mistaken identity, and action-packed chases, all set against the backdrop of South India's vibrant landscapes. One of the film's strongest elements is the ability to mix genres so seamlessly. Chennai Express is one time a action comedy with thrilling stunts, a romantic comedy with heartwarming moments, and a road movie with plenty of scenic stops along the way. Shah Rukh Khan shines in this role, bringing his trademark charm and wit to the character of Raul, and his comic timing is impeccable and is effortless at best. His humor is cemented with more emotional beats in this film. And Deepika is equally as impressive, holding her own against Khan, adding depth to what would have been a straightforward love interest role. Rohit Shetty's direction is a perfect match for this tone. Known for his love of explosive action sequences and over-the-top set pieces, Shetty injects Chennai Express with a relentless energy that keeps the audience engaged from start to finish. The film's action scenes, particularly the fight sequences and car chases, are executed with flair and creativity, showcasing Shetty's signature style. The visual spectacle is complemented by a vibrant color palette and stunning cinematography that captures the beauty of South India's locales. The film's soundtrack is composed by Vishal Shekhar, who is another highlight. I mean, the catchy and memorable songs that perfectly complement the film's lively atmospheres. Tracks like Lungi Dance pay tribute to South India cinema legend Rajan Kanth and have become iconic in their own right. However, Chennai Express isn't without its flaws. The film, while entertaining, follows a predictable path, and some of the humor might not land as well with some audiences, particularly those unfamiliar with Indian cultural references. The film's reliance on stereotypes, especially in its portrayal of South Indian characters, has been a point of criticism, and it's worth noting that these elements might not resonate positively with everyone. Despite these issues and these criticisms, Chennai Express succeeds in its primary goal to entertain. It's a film that doesn't shy away from embracing larger-than-life elements that Bollywood is known for, and Shah Rukh Khan and Deepika's chemistry is coupled with Rohit Shetty's high-octane direction ensures that the film is a crowd pleaser, offering something for everyone, whether it's adrenaline-pumping action, laugh-out-loud moments, or sweet romantic scenes. I absolutely could not get enough of this film. It very much felt like peak rom-com. Again, it just blends so much with so many different genres that it felt peak in all of these areas. Peak rom-com, peak action, peak silliness. And it feels like one of those mid-tier, in terms of budget, mid-tier films that we just don't get anymore in the States. And I think that's why I loved it so much. Everyone felt like they were having a good time, and it was silly, and it was so self-serious, but not taking itself so seriously. Especially when the protagonist's goal is to lay his, to scatter his grandfather's ashes. That feels like it should be very heavy and very significant, and it's just been turned into a series of misfortunes. And I think that was a really interesting thing to keep people on their toes about what they were going to watch. Is this a required watching? Yeah, I think so. I think it really is. In terms of Indian cinema, I think this is one of the films I had the most fun with from start to finish. Like it felt like a real roller coaster ride, and I didn't know what I was going to get. And I think I am, like many people, am becoming a huge fan of Shah Rukh Khan. And don't be surprised if I watch more of his films. I think there's tons to learn from this. And I think I will always talk about the idea of Trojan horsing things, but I think this could easily have been marketed as a rom-com or easily been marketed as an action film. But to know that this movie had so many layers truly kept me on the edge of my seat and truly kept me interested from the beginning to the end. And that's not something that happens very often. And I'm so excited to be able to discover this genre of films and like films from this side of the world, because it just seems so different from what I'm used to. But almost like it's always been part of me, if that makes sense. Like I'm already so familiar with it, but not familiar with it enough. So it's a really great journey to have. So I think whether you're just a cinephile or someone who's learning how to make films or are making films, I think the key takeaway is to keep people on their toes and be able to Frankenstein a lot of different elements that make sense and not just throwing things at the wall. In the hands of a different writer or director, this is just throwing everything into a script. But I think what everyone plays their part to make sure that this feels both high level and crazy, but grounded. That said, I will talk to you next time. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're hearing, please like and subscribe so you can be sure to check out the next one, and give me a recommendation of a movie to watch, and I will add it to the list. So until next time, peace.